The Overnight Train by Emily Joyce. Many thanks to everyone who has subscribed to the Counting Ship channel, and this particular story is dedicated to two friends of the Counting Ship, Ben and Miss Wilson. Hello there, it's lovely to see you again. You're just in time to help me with a very special job. So if you're ready for another adventure, close your eyes and get comfortable where you are, so you can begin to look through your mind's eye. My friend Ellie is an elephant keeper. She keeps a special hospital enclosure for injured elephants before releasing them back into the wild. A few weeks ago, Ellie was asked to look after an elephant who had wandered away from his herd and badly hurt one of his enormous feet. Now, Ellie being Ellie, she's looked after him so well that he's better already. So I wonder why she needs our help. Hi, Emily. Thank you for having me here on the Counting Ship. Your boat is a beauty, by the way, says Ellie. Thank you, Ellie. But where is your elephant friend? Oh, you mean Adam? Oh, he's such a clumsy elephant. I didn't want him charging around your deck. Would you like to meet him? He's on the shore. What do you think? Would you like to meet Adam the elephant? Let's disembark from the ship and go on to the shore. And what a magnificent elephant he is. He's so big that all of the branches and the leaves are swishing as he scratches his back against the bark of the tree. And you can see how much he must love Ellie as he trumpets his trunk as soon as he sees her. The problem is that Adam needs to rejoin his herd, but elephants can travel such long distances, and although his leg is much better than it was, I don't want to tire him out with a long journey. Then I know just what the solution is. We need a rather special kind of train. A train? What kind of train do you think would let me and Adam on it? I know a rather magical train conductor. He's always been a good friend of the Counting Ship. I'm sure he would help us. His name is Ben. Well, if you're sure, then that sounds great. But how can we be sure the train goes somewhere close to Adam's herd? We won't need to worry about that. Ben's train is rather magical. I'm sure he'll find a way. You just need to know this special whistle. Hello, hello. Is that Emily of the Counting Ship? And did you and your friends call me for a trip? Hello, Ben. Yes, we need some help taking Adam the elephant back to his herd. But we're not sure whether you'll have space for all of us. You know what I say to all that doom and gloom? Come on inside, we've got plenty of room. This is all very nice, Ben, but how much are the tickets? Asks Ellie. You'll see that my train isn't all that it seems. It's all being powered by the magic of dreams. If you stay for the night, then make no mistake. You'll be right where you should be by the time you awake. Come on, everyone. This is too good a treat to miss. Let's get on the overnight train. If it's powered by our dreams, then we'll need all the dreams we can get to help Adam get back to the herd. And it looks like there's a carriage just for us. Ben is pulling out a wide ramp so Adam can climb on board. And inside the carriage is a bed of straw with some tasty apples and carrots and tomatoes for Adam to eat for his supper. And look, he's following you onto the train. He must trust you, and Ellie, of course. He's climbing up the ramp and ducking his head as he enters the carriage. See how his ears flap happily when he sees his little feast. "Is everyone in? Well then let us begin," says Ben. Aren't we lucky to have found such a magical train conductor for a friend? And off we go. The train track seems to appear before the train, wherever it goes. And we're speeding away from the counting ship, along the coastline of the Indigo Ocean. As we look out through the window, the seashore passes us by, with its colourful umbrellas and seaside stalls, selling ice creams and sweets, and buckets and spades. But we're going into a tunnel, and just for a moment we can't see anything through the window except for the darkness of the tunnel. But now we're coming out the other side, and what a magical train this must be. Everything outside the window has changed. It's like we're in a different world. The Indigo Ocean has disappeared, and we're travelling high through the trees of the rainforest. The train tracks must still be appearing under the train, but we're level with the birds as they fly in and out of the canopy. And monkeys are swinging from branch to branch, racing us alongside the train. See the stream flowing all the way below us, through the flowers and shrubs of the rainforest, as we sail right over the top. And somehow there's another tunnel, right in the sky, and we're going through it again. I wonder what we'll see when we emerge into the light again. Why, it's a great city, but it's not like any city I've seen on Earth. The train takes us past the tallest skyscrapers I've ever seen. I can't even see the tops of them. They stretch right up into the clouds. And we pass by hover cars floating next to the train. And we pass by 2 or 3 before they zoom right above us and on into the evening sky. And there must be some sort of street party going on below. Can you see the people dancing in the square? But now we're travelling through another tunnel, and we can hear Adam's ears flap in the dark as he happily munches his evening snack. And when we're out of the tunnel again, the landscape has changed. We seem to be travelling right under the sea. There are slow-moving turtles weaving in and out of the coral reef, all blues and greens and soft pinks. But as we head away from the reef and into the blue of the sea, bottle-nosed dolphins are swimming alongside the train. It's almost as if they're happy to see us, riding the bow wave of the speeding overnight train. They seem to be playing all around us, diving down and underneath the tracks before emerging at the windows and up over the roof of the train, circling round with excited whistles and clicks. But before we have a chance to feast our eyes on all the wonderful sights of the sea, we're heading into another dark, watery tunnel. "This is all too wonderful," says Ellie. "I'll never get to sleep with all of this to see out of the window. It all looks so strange and so beautiful." "I agree with you, Ellie. I'm not sure I'll be able to sleep with all of this to look at." And the magical train conductor Ben smiles at us all. "Well, you'll need to dream if Adam's herd awaits, so we'll make a quick stop to see some of my mates." And as we emerge into the light, we're in a wide open desert with nothing but sand dunes and cactus plants as far as the eye can see. I can't believe that Ben has any friends living here, of all places. But as we speed along the tracks, we start to notice little sand castles, the size of the small buckets that must have made them. And gradually, the sand castles begin to get bigger and bigger. And now some of them are as big as a hut, but with carved turrets and towers like a real little castle. And now they become as big as houses, and it looks like we're in a glorious sand city. And as the train takes us further into the city, we can see moats around each castle, like a network of canals. I didn't think there was any water at all in this strange, dry land. But now I can see it was hidden by the walls of the great sand city. And as we travel past the houses, we come to a stop outside an enormous sand castle. Why, I think this is more of a sand palace, with long banners of seaweed from tower to tower. "A very good sleep is part of our plan, but if you can't get to sleep, then we'll need a sandman," says Ben. "You two go on ahead," says Ellie. "I'll stay here on the train with Adam." And we don't need to venture too far from the train, for waiting just outside the sand palace is a sandman. "Back again, eh, Ben?" he says to our magical train conductor. "I suppose you'll be wanting some more of our sleeping sand." "My friends don't think they'll be able to rest, and when it comes to sleep experts, I know you're the best," says Ben. "Oh, well, I don't know about that, but you're a good friend of the Sand City, so here is a bag of sleepy sand. It should be enough for the trickiest of customers." And he hands Ben a small bag filled with the finest, whitest sand. It glitters in the sunshine as Ben places it in his pocket. "You remember how to use it, eh, Ben?" "I believe I throw it up into the skies, and when it falls, it will fall into sleepy young eyes." "You've got it," says the Sandman. "Now off you go, all of you, and have a wonderful night." "Thank you Mr. Sandman. There's the whistle. It's time to get back on the train. How was that? Says Ellie, sat next to Adam as she strokes his belly. He's finally finished his supper and has lain down in the straw bed. The Sandmen are very good friends indeed, and it looks like we've now got all that we need, says Ben. And as the train starts to move again, he puts his hand into his pocket and throws the fine sleep dust just above Adam and Ellie's heads, and it glitters as it falls down around them. Oh, this train is wonderful. I'm not sure if I'll sleep, but I could try, says Ellie, and she cuddles into Adam as he wraps his long trunk around her shoulders. And he closes his eyes. He must be so tired after all this travelling. The pair of them seem to be fast asleep. These two are in the beds they belong, but if you want to find yours, try the next carriage along, says Ben with a wink. Let's see what he means. As we go through the door, we can see a smaller, snug little carriage with bunk beds for you and me to sleep in. Both of the beds have their own windows where we can see out to the changing lands around us. You can climb the ladder up to your bed, and as the train comes out through the last tunnel, it looks like we're racing along the rings of a mystical planet. The planet is nothing like Earth. It's a deep orange colour, and the rings that we're travelling on are lilac and indigo, the same shade as the indigo ocean itself. And through the windows, as we rush down the track, we can see 4 different moons. There's a full moon just below us, red with black spots and a stripe down the middle, like the back of a ladybird. And 2 of them are crescent moons, just level with the train, side by side in the sky, a metallic blue and a metallic green. And high in the sky above them is a moon as white as our own, but triple the size, with a hole in the middle. And through this moon you can see stars beyond. Oh, Ben, thank you so much for this special journey. What a beautiful, magical train you have. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying this magical sight. And now you're tucked in, I'll just say good night. And reaching into his pocket, he throws a handful of sleeping sand up in the air, and we can feel it falling all around us. Your eyes feel heavier, and your body relaxes into the cool sheets of the carriage bunk bed. Your muscles start to unwind, and your body feels heavier and heavier, sinking into the comfortable mattress and the comfortable pillow under your head. Take a deep breath and feel your shoulders relax. Your jaw relaxes, and your tummy relaxes as we're rocked gently from side to side by the motion of the train as it travels along the tracks. And it's so nice to know that in the morning we'll be just where we need to be. So for now, just feel warm and calm and peaceful on the overnight train. And I'll see you back on the counting ship sometime soon for another adventure. Good night.